Good morning. Oh, that's hot. Sorry. I didn't do my own sound check, so I'll step back a little bit. So, what a crowd. Look at you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You're in store for a wonderful program. I was listening to the warm-up and lots of fun music ahead. So before we get to the performers, I just have a few announcements. A lot of it is in your program. I did print more programs, so if you didn't get one, there's more over on the pedestal over there. And we ran out of coffee, so I know we have a good crowd when we run out of programs and coffee. I did make another pot, so there might be a little bit left. If you have one of these or something that makes noise, just make sure it's on silent. Airplane mode is best. That way we are recording, so we don't want any beeps and stuff happening. Also, please refrain from recording the concert because we are doing that. So this Friday, there's an amazing duo coming to our place, the OK Factor. Two women that met at Luther College a number of years ago. One is a violinist, one is a cellist. And they play lots of different music and compose some of their own things. The one word probably to describe them is synergy. They just kind of read each other's minds, they improvise together, and they play lots of different kinds of music, so they're what you call a crossover duo. And we need a crowd for them. So if you haven't bought your tickets for that, you can see me today after the coffee concert. You can go online. Also, I'm happy to take cash or check for the cost of the ticket. It's to avoid online credit card fees, but we would love to have a big crowd for them. So it's Olivia and Carla, and they're called the OK Factor because of the names, not because they're from Oklahoma. They're not from Oklahoma. I married in Oklahoma, and so the first time I saw that, I was like, huh? Let's see, the next coffee concert is November 19th, a group called Terminal 3, and Greg Harrigus is the guitarist in that, and he's been here before as a solo performer, so he's bringing a couple of his buddies to perform as well, so that's November 19th. And then there was another thing I needed to mention. Oh, we have Christmas concerts that are, tickets are available. Christmas on the Prairie is coming back on December 1. It's a Sunday matinee this time at 3 p.m., I believe. So those tickets are available now. And then later, much later in December, there are two opportunities to hear a winter solstice concert. Friday night, December 20th, we're sort of surrounding the solstice because that's the 21st, but Friday night, the 20th, and Sunday, the 22nd, 7:30 p.m. or 2 p.m. And it is 7 of us, myself included, that are performing. It also includes Jennifer Eckes, who actually grew up in this Catholic church, and Eric Pearson, one of my partners in crime, and Josh Wallstrom, if you know him, Seth Dewan, Paul D'Amico Carper, David Thompson, who teaches oboe here, and I am forgetting someone. Was that 7 or 6? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Anyway, there's 7 performers, and we're just going to have a great time celebrating Christmas, but more of Yuletide in the season, and it should be a magical, magical program. So. All right, well, the 2 performers that are about to come on stage have been working on this program for a little while. I believe this is the last concert of this particular repertoire, and then they're going to go on and do their own things. I know Jake has some auditioning happening. I'm not sure what Erin is up to, but as a collaborative pianist myself, I'm sure she's accompanying a lot of people coming up with juries at colleges or something. So anyway, please welcome to the stage this wonderful duo, Jake and Erin.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here today. What a great crowd. I was telling Sarah earlier this morning that the last time I was here for a coffee concert, it was COVID, and it was all live streamed, so there wasn't a single person. So thank you so much for being here today. It's really great to see you all. My name is Jake Meyer. I teach clarinet here at the Hastings Art Center. This is my dear friend, Erin Roe. We went to St. Olaf College together, and we've played together a lot over the last couple years, and we have a really exciting program today. Almost all of the music is by American composers. It was all composed in this century, and they're all still alive. And this is not something that you always get on a classical concert, so we're really excited about this. The first piece that we're going to play today is called Paragon by Teresa Martin. Teresa lives in Wisconsin. She's a clarinetist and a composer. She's gotten pretty famous in the clarinet world over the last couple years because she writes a lot of music for clarinet. So what I really like about her style is, as a clarinetist, she writes very cool but challenging music for clarinet, but since she is a clarinetist, it lays pretty well. So I'm going to be playing some hard stuff, but it's really flashy, but not too hard because she knows how to do it well. The other thing I like about it is that she sort of uses this kaleidoscope of styles. She writes really lyrical music, but also like very complicated rhythmic stuff, and it's minimalist and jazz, and sometimes there's klezmer. So she just sort of has this really contemporary classical language that combines all of these cool sounds together. So Paragon by Teresa Martin. Hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for that. All right, the next piece that we're going to play is kind of the big one on the program. It's called Souvenirs by Robert Beezer. I first heard this piece back in 2016 when I was in grad school, and the moment I heard it, I knew I had to play it one day. It's such a cool piece. It's very exciting, and Robert Beezer is kind of famous for blending classical, jazz, and folk styles into his music. So you're gonna get like a little bit of everything in here, and apart from that, it's just a very like musically expressive and very moving piece of music. You know, a souvenir is a keepsake to remember, you know, a special person or place or moment in our lives, and sometimes these moments are really happy, and sometimes they're sentimental, and sometimes they're, you know, a little more sad or filled with pain or struggle. So I like to think of each of these movements as their own musical souvenir or musical memory that taps into these feelings that we all know and remember, but are sometimes hard to describe. And I think that's what makes this piece so powerful. So it's a long piece. It's about 25 minutes. There are 6 movements. And before I start, I just want to walk you through each movement a little bit so that you know what Robert Beezer was thinking about while he was composing it, and maybe you can connect with your own musical memories and souvenirs in your life. So the first movement is called Happy Face, and this is a bubbly, playful tune that the composer wrote for his baby niece. The second piece is called Lily Monroe. Yeah, Lily Monroe. And this is sort of a sentimental, nostalgic folk song that alternates with a raucous hoedown that goes off the rails a little bit. The third movement is called Y2K. Robert Beezer wrote this particular tune for a friend who was going through a tough time, and I think of it as a musical offering of courage and hope during hard times. The fourth movement is called Spain. This is like a true souvenir. It's sort of this like ethereal, misty memory of a trip that you took one time. The third movement is called Cindy. This is a really fun one, and I'm just going to let Cindy speak for herself when we get there. And the last movement is called Ground Zero. Robert Beezer is from New York. He's lived and worked there most of his life, and so this was his reaction to the events of 9/11. It's a really wonderful piece. We hope that you like it as much as we do. Souvenirs by Robert Beezer. thank you all so much. I really hope you liked that. That was a really hard piece to put together, and we tried to do it a couple years ago, and we did it this time. So I'm so glad you liked it. Thanks so much. All right, we have two more songs, but this next one is like technically the last one. It's kind of the grand finale, and this is the last American one, Toccata by Jeff Scott. Jeff Scott is actually a French horn player and composer. He's a founding member of the Amani Winds, which is an all-black wind quintet, and he wrote this piece for the clarinetist, Miriam Adams from this group. Jeff Scott uses all sorts of like jazz, Latin, and Afro-Cuban influences in his music, and so you're definitely going to hear that in this. It's sort of a whirlwind from the beginning to end. It's really exciting, really fun, so we hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. This has been really wonderful. We've got one more. It's a little encore. Erin and I have played together a bunch in the last couple of years, and this sort of accidentally became our closing tune. So it's called Cantilene by Louis Cahuzac. He was a French composer and clarinetist. Excuse me. It's just a really delightful little tune, and a good way to close off the morning. Thank you so much for coming today. Okay.